Hi guys, this is a video over things I hate. So the first thing is, um, when you're watching a movie or TV and you're just too lazy to get up to go get a drink. So you ask your parents to, and they drink it before they give it to you, and then like you get the cup and it's just empty. Like what? I asked for a drink, not for you to drink it. And then when you're in class, no, okay. When you're in class and someone asks you for a pencil and you're like, I don't want to give you my pencil. And then so finally you just give them your pencil. And then the next class period they ask you for another pencil and you're like, where did my pencil go? And they're like, oh, I lost it in a matter of an hour. And then when you're in a drive-thru and you ask your friends or whoever if they want something, they're like, no. And then you get your food, and then they're like, oh, let's go dive in. Like, no, what does this look like? And then when the teacher is describing something, say you're going on a field trip, and she said, we're going to watch a dinosaur movie in the dinosaur museum. And then some random freak in the background is just sitting there drawing a dinosaur, and then raises their hand and is like, what are we watching? Like, listen! And then when you get in trouble at school and they email your parents, well, emailing your parents is one thing, but then calling them, like, my parents don't want to hear your voice. They don't want to hear you. They really don't care. Like, I hit a kid in the head with an eraser, big deal. Like, you just ruined a whole student teenage society. We don't punish for hitting a kid in the head with an eraser for the whole weekend. I hope you're happy. And then when you're texting in class, and she's like, no texting in class, and she takes up your phone, and she's like, what were you doing? What does it look like I was doing? Was I checking the time? And then she takes up your freaking phone, and she puts it in a drawer and locks it up. What is this? And then she gives it back at the end of the class. What is the point of getting my phone, locking it up for 30 minutes, then giving it back? As if I'm not going to use it in the next class. And then sometimes some teachers don't give it back, and they're like, you gotta pay $15. Like, no, I'm not paying $15 to get my phone back. I paid like $100 to get my iPhone, and you're gonna tell me I have to get $15, another $15 to get it back? You're fine, that's my phone. I get it back when I want. And then when you're listening to music and you have your earphones in, and you're like, it's your favorite song, and you're just like jamming out, and then one of your friends or family like taps you on the shoulder and is like, hey, and you don't answer, and they keep doing it like, I can feel you touching me just because I have my earphones in. That obviously means I'm avoiding you because my favorite song's on. And they keep going, and then you're like, shut up, because I'm listening to my favorite song. I don't want to be bothered when I'm listening to my music. And then when you're, I don't know about y'all, but I have a sibling, a very annoying sibling, and I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, and she comes in acting like I'm not even sitting there and changes the channel. What does this look like? I was watching that. What makes you think that you can just come in and watch whatever you want? And then when you're singing in the car with your friend or your boyfriend and your parents turn down the music like all the way, and then you're still singing, and then you're like, oh, and then everybody laughs at you, and you're just like, well, this is awkward, considering the fact that I can't sing. And then when you're hugging your boyfriend or girlfriend and their friends are like, oh, tap that ass, and then you're like, how about nurse? Or when you're like, you're kissing your boyfriend or girlfriend, and then like, the girl's friends are like, oh, like, have you never seen a couple before, ever? Like, what? I don't know who you think you are, but seriously? Anyways, um, and then when you're in class, and you're answering a question, and then someone interrupts you, and then the teacher goes on and keeps talking to that person, and the conversation's just continuing, and then you're like, hello, I was talking, and then she never goes back to you, and then you're just like, my teacher hates me. And then when you're in a bad mood and you're listening to your music and then eating, and like your parents are like bugging you, and then you're like, go away, and then I tell my parents to go away, and then they yell at me, and then I'm just like, shut up, and they're like, don't tell me to shut up, and I'm like, I just did, and then she just on and on and on, and then finally I'm just like, okay, and they're like, do you want to get back home with me? I'm like, and then I sit here and I breathe, and they're like, you're punished because you're breathing. And then when they're fighting with you and you try to end the conversation by saying K, and then they yell at you, and then when you don't end the conversation with K, you just keep going, and they're like, the correct response to end the conversation is K, and then you're like, swerve. Anyways, so that was my video.